What is good, everyone? In this video we'll be covering all the cool nitty-gritty features, hidden tips, tricks that you should know about watchOS 5 on the latest Series 4 Apple Watch. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with number 1 is a really quick way to take a quick glance off the screen without causing a distraction around. This is really great. Let's say you're in a cinema or a movie theater or any dark environment that you just don't want to catch everybody's attention. So to do this, simply have the screen off and you can actually move the crown upwards, and you notice the screen will begin to slowly brighten up. Bright enough that you can actually take a quick glance of the screen to catch your latest notification or check on the time. So number 2, continuing the feeder mode theme, if we pull up the control tab and you actually get feeder mode, which are these two mask icons. When this is enabled, your screen will no longer automatically wake up whenever you move your wrist, nor will it make any sound whenever you receive a notification. And with this, you can also utilize the digital crown to rotate it forward to brighten up the screen without distracting people around you. This is really cool, and it's nice that you combine those two features together. So for number 3 is a cool way to quickly mute your Apple Watch if, let's say, you're in a conference call and you get a sound notification off your wrist. If you cover up your Apple Watch for a good 3 seconds, your Apple Watch will vibrate, and if you look at your control center, it is now set to silent mode. How we did this was using an integrated feature that the Apple Watch has. To do this, you have to go to the Apple Companion app for the Apple Watch, scroll down to Sound and Haptics, and enabled Cover to Mute. And that is how you automatically mute your Apple Watch by just using your palm. Now for our number 4 is great for those who are having a hard time feeling the vibration, hectic feedback our Apple Watch gives whenever you get a notification. Now by default, if we go back to Sound and Haptics, we have our default vibration tap, which is just a single tap, and we have this one, the prominent tab. This one will not only give you the same tap, but this one will give you an additional 2 taps at the end, making it challenging for you to not miss a notification. Now for our number 5 is the new Walkie Talkie that's now available on watchOS 5. So when you first open up the app will automatically suggest you a few friends that already have upgraded to watchOS 5 and are compatible to be used for this feature. Now as soon as you tap that suggested friend, that friend will automatically get an invite, and once they accept, you both are able to talk to each other back and forth without any notification. So just like a traditional walkie-talkie, you might be doing something and then out of the blue, without any notice, your friend is now talking to you. You can also disable this once they accept by switching the available to off. When this is turned off and your friend tries contacting you, they're going to get a message saying that you're unavailable to use walkie-talkie right now. You could also enable this by enabling airplane mode, feeder mode, or do not disturb mode as well. Now for our number 6, it's podcast. The podcast application for the Apple Watch now has been upgraded to the point where you no longer need your your iPhone to listen to any podcasts. You can literally directly stream whatever podcast you enjoy listening to all off your wrists, either LTE or Wi-Fi, no longer requiring you to use your iPhone. And you can simply pair them up to simple Bluetooth headphones like AirPods, and yeah. Now for number 7, it's an easy way to clear notifications. Simply scroll down your notification tab, 3D press, and clear all, and bam, all your notifications are now clear. Number 8, it's new for watchOS. So back then, you weren't able to really share your fitness activity rings, but now you're actually able to compete against your friends for 7 days. So you could challenge each other, motivate each other even more to burn more calories and become more active. Now for number 9, it's extremely useful if you're always using AirPods. So since AirPods aren't able to really lower the volume up and down, you can utilize the Apple Watch. Now whatever you're listening to, you can actually control the volume control by just using the crown to lower and raise the audio. And of course you get the pause and play, skip track features. Number 10 is another useful one, flashlight. Simply scroll up the control tab and you'll see the flashlight icon. Tap on this and your screen will illuminate with this bright white screen. That should be bright enough to illuminate whatever you're trying to see. And then if you right slide, you also get the strobe light effect. Make yourself a lot more easier to spot at night. And if you swipe one more time, you get the red screen. Number 11 is wire lock. This is really great whenever you're swimming in a pool or you might be running it during the rain. Now normally what tends to happen is wire gets in the speaker grill, and when wire gets in there, the speaker just begins to mumble really bad, or as well as your screen will become much more sensitive to anything. So you might be making unexpected phone calls off your wrist, but whenever the wire lock is on, the screen is basically on hold. It won't really respond to anything besides just illuminating the screen, so you can still see the time and get your notifications. So this is really great, once again, to prevent you from making any unwanted phone calls. Now to disable this, just simply press on the crown and then just rotate the crown until this happens. This noise begins to play, and then it just clears out all the wire left over in the speaker grill, allowing the watch to operate properly. Now for number 12 is taking screenshots. The Apple Watch can take screenshots by simply holding down the power and the crown button, and it will take a quick screenshot, and this screenshot will be imported in your camera roll. Of course, it's going to be a small screenshot based off the resolution of your Apple Watch. I personally like having this disabled because I accidentally triggered the screenshot multiple times and it just gets really annoying. But depending on your needs, you could enable this by going to the Apple Companion app, go down to General, and scroll down to where you see Screenshot. Now, depending on your preference, I like to have this disabled. Now for our number 13, it's a quicker way to unlock your Apple Watch without needing to hammer down your passcode. So back at the Apple Watch Companion app, scroll down to passcode, and down here you will see unlock with iPhone. So whenever you have your Apple Watch placed on your wrist and you have your phone nearby and you unlock your phone, the Apple Watch will automatically be unlocked. Number 14 is the same thing like the iPhone, but instead the Apple Watch will unlock your Apple computer. As long as it's running Sierra or newer, this supports it. To do this, you simply go on that computer, System Preferences, Security and Privacy, and right here you will see your Apple Watch. Just simply select the one you wanted to unlock. For number 15 is App Switcher. Just like what you have on your iPhones, you also can do this on the Apple Watch. Simply tap this little button on the side, and that's it. Now for this next one, number 16 is enabling fall detection. Now unless you're over the age of 65, this will be automatically enabled. But if you're under 65, you gotta manually go in and enable this. To do this, go back to the Apple Watch Companion app, go down to Emergency SOS, and then just simply enable fall detection, and that's it. For number 17 is auto pause runs. So if you're a runner or a jogger and you encounter an intersection but you have to wait for the street light to turn walk for pedestrians, this will automatically pause and resume back as soon as the Apple Watch detects you're back to running. So to do this, simply go to the companion app. You got to go scroll all the way down to workouts and enable running auto pause, and then that will pretty much do it all for you. This next one is checking available storage that you have on your Apple Watch. These Apple Watch by default do have 16 gigabytes of internal storage, but it's always good to go ahead and check and see how much you have left whenever you feel like downloading more apps or installing more music. To do this, simply go back on your companion app, go down to General, go down to Usage, and you'll see all the available storage you have right here. And geez, holy cow, look at my podcast. Number 19 is this little red dot up here. Whenever you see this, this means basically you have new notifications you haven't seen yet. So just simply scroll up, and if you clear it, it's gone. But let's say you're listening to music, and the icon changed to audio waves. Simply tap on that, and it'll quickly take you back to whatever you're listening to, and you can control the music from there. So in for number 20 is a faster way switching back and forth between a previously open app. To do this, simply double press the crown and it will take you back to the previous app, and you can do this vice versa. Now this next one, like most electronics, once in a while something stupid might happen. So you might need to force reset your device. To force reset the Apple Watch, you simply hold down the crown as well as the power button, hold it down for a few seconds until the screen turns black, and then you'll see the Apple Watch logo popping back up, and this will automatically reboot the Apple Watch to hopefully solve any issues. Now for number 22, how to force close apps. Say for example, there's an application that's not responsive. To do this, you simply hold down the power button and then hold down the crown, and that will shut down the app for you, and when you reboot it, it's going to reload like a new app. Now this next one, just like our iPhones, we could disable some apps notifications from going in our phone. You can also do this on the Apple Watch. To do this, simply go to the Apple Watch Companion app, click on the notification tab, scroll down, and disable whichever application notifications you do not want to go through the Apple Watch. Now for our number 24 is how to rearrange applications. Similar to like the iPhone, to simply go to the application screen. When you're out here, you pretty much hold and tap on one of the applications and they begin to wiggle. From here, you can pretty much rearrange them however you like. Now a faster way to doing this, you can also go to the Apple Companion app and go to your applications and rearrange them from here. It's a lot more quicker. Now in for number 25, let's say you want to delete some of these apps. Now you can do this try not to 3D press though. By simply holding down on the application, you see them with a little icon inside. Now, you can only delete third-party applications. You can't delete the official Apple applications that are integrated for the Apple Watch, but you can delete them straight off the Apple Watch. Now, this won't delete the main application on your iPhone though. This next one is the weather app. In the past, we always had the weather app, and we were able to tap through the different icons on the screen by either tapping or 3D pressing to select. But now with watchOS 5, you can actually add cities, either with dictation or you can use sketches. So that's new. Now this next one could be a very useful one for those who have a hard time seeing such a small screen. Although these latest Series 4 Apple Watches do have a much more larger screen than in the past, some might still have a hard time reading the text. So if you want to improve the text size, you can go to your settings, general, and then go into bright and text. From here, you can actually change the text size of your Apple Watch to your liking, or you go the next step and go to accessibility, go to zoom, and enable the zoom feature. What the zoom feature does, if you double tap the screen, this will enable a zoom in mode, and you can actually navigate through the clock watch face by just simply moving your 2 fingers around the screen. So for 28, in the past, we had a couple ways to launch Siri, either holding down the crown or simply just shout, "Hey Siri." But with these latest Apple Watches on the Series 4, you can simply raise your wrist and Siri will listen, and you can simply say commands for her to launch some applications like launch settings. And now it just took us to the setting applications. Well, if you have a Series 4, I'll recommend disabling the Hey Siri function, or else random strangers nearby will be able to trigger her. So to do this, go to General, go down to Siri, and disable Hey Siri. And if we see here, we also get the settings right here to control the Siri volume. Now when you're sending a new message, there's a couple ways you could do it. You could either use dictation, scribble, you could use animojis, well not animojis, emojis, you still got your stickers. Now a feature I realized, the emoticons they're no longer on the Apple Watch like how they used to be, those animated emojis for the Apple Watch. We still have the stickers, but I'm like, I don't know where they went. If you guys have an idea, comment down below if you're still able to do this, but I'm unable to find this for watchOS 5. But you still get your heart rate thing and the default replies as well. But if you go to your Apple Watch, you can actually add more on these quick replies. So going back to our Apple Watch companion app, we can go down to messages and we go to default replies, scroll down, you can add additional replies like hey, hey, hey. Once you save, you hit done, that'll be added on the Apple Watch. Now back in the Messenger app on the Apple Watch, if you 3D press on a message, you could actually share your location to your friend. And you can also choose a language to translate your message as well. Now back in the music app, let's say you're listening to music with the AirPods again. If we go to the music playlist control, we could also shuffle or skip tracks by simply pressing on the 3 little lines right here, and this will bring up this screen. From here you can select the song or shuffle the music. Now another useful application that gets 3D touch capabilities is Calendar. With Calendar you get 3 new options. Up next, list and today. I personally like using list because it narrows everything down with all the necessary appointments and it will tell you the time. Now for number 34 is Apple Pay. If you have Apple Pay set up, you can simply hit the power button on the side twice, and from here it was supposed to normally show you your credit cards, and you can use the little digital crown right here to scroll between other credit cards you have on your Apple Pay. Now this next one, and something I like to show you, is nightstand mode. So if you go to your settings and you go to general and go to nightstand mode, when this is enabled, as soon as you place your Apple Watch on a charging stand, it will automatically show you the time as well as the date. So this next one is how to set up emergency contacts. Whenever you hold down the power button on your Apple Watch, you will get this option to slide for emergency SOS. To set this up and set up your contacts, you need to go back to the Apple companion app, go down to emergency SOS, and hit edit contacts. And it's gonna bring you to the medical card ID. From here, just tap on the create medical ID, scroll all the way down, and edit emergency contact, and just select the ones you want to get a hold of in case of an emergency. Now for number 38, all of our notifications are now grouped together. Now in the past, everything used to just spread out in a timely manner on the day and time that notification came to your wrist. Now they're actually grouped, and if you tap that notification for that application, it will actually open up even more. But not only can you do this, but you also slide to the side, and now you get an X icon. And if you do that, it will just erase those notifications for the application. But if you slide to the right and you hit those dots, you now get two new options. One will basically just turn off the Apple Watch notifications for that application, and the other one will change from delivery permanently or deliver quietly. What that basically means, one, you'll get the notification but it won't make a sound, and the other one will basically bing you each and every time. You can change those two settings back and forth if you like. Now this next one is something that's really useful, and since the Apple Watch is now becoming more independent, with WatchOS 5, you're actually able to connect to Wi-Fi individually off the Apple Watch itself. This means basically, let's say you're at Starbucks and you don't have your phone, you can actually connect to the Starbucks Wi-Fi by just simply going in the general settings, select Wi-Fi, and select the Wi-Fi you want to connect to. And if it has a passcode, you can actually use Scribble to enter the password. Now number 40 applies for both the mail application as well as your messages. Whenever you receive a message like a link to a page, it will actually display you the web browser on the Apple Watch itself. Now there's no dedicated Safari just yet, but as you guys can see, we're actually able to see a web browser, and you can actually use the search bar to actually search or import search results you want to search by using the little sketch tool that they give you. So this is pretty cool, and something that we haven't yet seen on an Apple Watch until now. Now, Do Not Disturb also got a new integration. Whenever this is enabled, you now have the option to do not disturb for 1 hour, until this evening, or until I leave this said location. And now Do Not Disturb will remain enabled until I leave this address. And I believe that's pretty much everything that every Apple Watch owner should at least know. There's a couple more that I made in a past video of mine. I didn't want to include it in this video because then I just feel like I'm repeating myself to my current subscribers. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out that video, there's 11 more stuff you can find out by clicking on the little iCard right here, or I have linked that video in the video description down below for you guys. But as always guys, if you guys found this video useful and informative, be sure to smash that thumbs up button as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more tech videos like this. And yeah, until next time, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye, or peace.